Kértem a csaj, lehetnék én is basznék magammal. Csing-ding, baszom, anyán nyakában egy harangba. Csinálhatjuk érzelemből is.
So, today is the 28th of April, which is a Tuesday, and today, as you guys can fucking see, I won. So let's go over the day quickly. As you guys can see, during Asia, we started by manipulating to the downside, and we had huge candles and only a small retrace, basically during the middle of it, and we have made one fair value gap, which was the first candle was not in Asia, it was the day before that. Wait. And yeah, coming to the day, we didn't really have any highs that we had to sweep, because we have swept them during pre-market or the holidays, so weekend, I don't give a fuck. So we have made this gap, which we have inversed during Asia session, and we made two more gaps, which we couldn't care less, coming into London. Okay, so it was an easy manipulation reversal, obviously looking for shorts during London, which we got, as you guys can see, because we have this Asia high and these two gaps, but we didn't fill any of them, and we just started retracing all the way down here, which was an obvious huge sell-off, and the whole day I think we have sold, let's say, from like right here all the way until London's low. So from Asia, let's measure it correctly, okay? So from Asia high to London low, we have manipulated 4,700 ticks, almost 4,800 ticks. So we obviously didn't have much volume coming to the day during New York, but because of this whole sell-off, we broke structure on the hourly, on the 4-hour, and not on the daily, but these two key time frames, obviously the 30-minute and the 15-minute as well. And during London, we had this like reversal at the end, which was basically just the pre-market, like the bullish pre-market, everyone buying before New York. And with that move, we started filling this key gap, which was on the 30-minute and the hourly. And today I'm not showing both of the indexes because it's rather irrelevant, because we were moving the same, I think. Well, Nasdaq was stronger, but we were moving the same. Okay, so there's this key fair value gap, which we started filling during New York session, and we also filled equilibrium with it, and yeah, the hourly equilibrium and this 1-hour gap we started filling. So let's get down to the lower time frames, because as you can see, as we have filled this gap, we broke structure on the 5-minute and maybe on the 15-minute as well. Let's check it out. Yeah, we broke structure on the 15-minute as well. And one thing that I didn't really like, obviously I was bearish for the day, even with the, where some people could say that this was a manipulation reversal in London, but because we broke structure basically every single time frame, I couldn't care less about the daily profile and these highs, which were high resistance, I think. So because of this, basically 15-minute and also 5-minute breakout structure, it wasn't looking the best for me, and we have also respected this 15-minute gap. As you can see, we tapped into this and also filled all of it during New York Open on Nasdaq, but we only filled a little bit on ES. Just give me a sec. And after filling this gap, because we didn't get like enough volume to the upside, you can see it on Nasdaq that we started going up, but as you can see, it was already 1545 when we started retracing lower, and as I told earlier, this was an hourly gap. So if I would have closed above this gap, then I would have been looking for longs, obviously. Maybe an inverse 5 gap right here as well on the 15 minute. And also you can find loads of them on the 5 minute as well and the 1 minute. But because we started retracing and going down during this time frame, which was key because at 4 p.m. for me, we had news, and it was the hourly close, which was very relevant in our case because it basically would have decided if we want to go long or short. I wouldn't have wanted to go long even after that because higher time frames hold higher power, and we broke structure to the downside on the hourly and the 4 hour as well because of New York and London. But as you can see on the 5 minute, we even respected this gap, and because we didn't have any volume out of it, I basically entered on a 1 minute break of structure. So because I was talking earlier about inversing this gap on the 1 minute, and we also had this gap on the 5 minute. So as you can see, it was illogical for me to enter off of this because we have respected this gap, but on the 1 minute chart we inversed this, so for me it looked like a short opportunity, and basically I had the idea that we are going to inverse that gap, which didn't happen, and I could have waited for a better opportunity like right here or somewhere along the way, but I didn't wait, and but I had my stops like rather high right here. So as you can see, I entered my first one right here, and my second shade, which was just basically a reinforcement for the first one because I was so confident in shorts, and I took this when we started filling this gap, which should be on the 1 minute, or not this gap, sorry, the equilibrium. Yeah, it was around the 1 minute or the 5 minute as well. I'm not sure about that. Why isn't my shit loading? And I entered this when we filled this equilibrium, and we had, let's see right here, not on this index, but maybe on this one when we had this basically down trace coming up, because when you like see bearish movement out of these moves, like for example right here, that's where you can enter. For example, I think I waited for, yeah, I entered right around here when we had this inverse value gap on the 1 minute on Nasdaq, and that's the only reason why I entered on Nasdaq, because on ES we didn't get the inverse yet. We only got it 2 weeks later, or 2 candles later, and so yeah, that's why I entered my second shade, and as you can see, both of them hit take profit. And one more thing that I want to talk about is that you can do these reinforcement trades if you are confident enough, and it gives you a way better risk reward. Like as you can see right here, it's a 1.9, and the original one is only a 1.4. And what I did with this shade is I moved my stop loss to right here when we hit these lows, and then obviously my take profit was right there. And with the second shade, I move my stop to right here. Okay, maybe we have hit it like two or three candles later, but I don't care. Right here, and this one should be right here, or somewhere here. Okay, it's irrelevant for the chase because both of them won. So yeah, today was relatively easy. It wasn't easy to catch shorts, but I think everyone knew that we are going to go lower, which we did, and we swept these London lows on both of the indexes, but we didn't start retracing any lower, or didn't start going any lower on the ES, where we had these low resistance liquidities, or low resistance lows. But yeah, maybe next day. And today I am buying a funded, or tomorrow, we'll see. So yeah, from now on I'm gonna be posting like real dollar amounts when I'm trading and doing these trade recaps. So yeah, I keep you guys updated, okay? Bye.